Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of From Bot to Hot, the self-improvement vlog. I am Tom David Manning, and today we're going to be talking about hypervigilance versus hyperfocus and how they can get mixed up in the old brain pan, and you don't even know whether you're coming or whether you are going. So we're going to be figuring that out while also doing a shoulder workout. It's going to be great. Anyways, let's get into it. We've got barbell here with 10 kilograms in each side, so that's 40 kilograms. We're going to do a working set of 12. Let's get straight into it. There we go. Okay. That was 12. That felt really good. So it's hard for me, man. It's hard for me because I'm so used to living in hypervigilance and getting the speed ball of adrenaline from that. From the idea of like looking at everything, seeing everything all the time, being aware of everything, and being like, I'm going to dance between the raindrops here and figure them stuff out, figure out how to survive. And it's been hard. It's been hard to recognize that that is unhealthy. It's unhealthy. It's unhealthy for me. Living in that kind of environment, working in that kind of environment, putting myself into those environments over and over again so that I feel like I'm prospering. I feel like I'm doing it. I feel like I'm surviving. I feel like I have worth. I have a purpose to give the world, which is the purpose is I'm a survivor. I can deal with chaos. I can manage chaos. Anything you throw at me, I can deal with. Anything I need to learn, I can learn it as fast or faster than anybody else. I can do it all. Which is why I used to confuse it with hyperfocus, because I thought the hyperfocus was me going, if I think of everything and I'm aware of everything and I'm concentrating on everything, I am focused and I'm able to survive because I'm focused and I'm agile and I am hyper. So I am good, rather than hyperfocus being, I'm going to concentrate on this one thing and I'm going to look at it and I'm going to feel it through. I'm going to think it out and I'm going to enjoy every moment of it because this is what I enjoy doing. And the enjoyment is from a place of play and a place of like, we can do anything. It's fine. We can make mistakes. It's okay. Hypervigilance, you can't make mistakes. You have to be in the right place at the right time all the time. So hyperfocus felt like hypervigilance to me until I realized it was about playfulness and being playful. And then I realized I wasn't having hyperfocus. I was just vigilant all the time. And now when I approach anything that is putting me into an environment that is going to be like a lot of stuff happening and maybe a bit of chaos, I'm going, cool, how do I approach this with a sense of play so that I have hyperfocus rather than hypervigilance? Because I can have the hypervigilance. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. It's just I can't live sustainably in it. I can't live sustainably in it. All right, let's do another set. One more. Ooh. Wow, another 12. Great job. I was addicted to being hypervigilant. That was my bread and butter. That's how I lived. That's how I worked. Every environment I was in had like a hypervigilance to it. Like I had to be aware of everything all the time. There's an analogy I used to use, which is being hypervigilant as an autistic individual. Being hypervigilant is like you are on a dance floor with all of your friends and you're all dancing together and you're having a great time and you're like, woo, this is amazing. I'm having a great time up here. This is fantastic. And you're seeing all your friends dance and they're dancing and they're having a great time, but you're deaf. So you can't hear the music. So the only way you can dance and keep in time with all of your friends is if you constantly watch them, and whenever they change their dancing, that's when the beat changes and you have to change with them. You have to be aware of when the beat changes. And remember, the beat can change at any time. Let the beat drop. Oh, got to deal with it. Like that. That was my hypervigilance. And I used to love it. I used to love having to read everything of every person all the time and know what was happening around me all the time. I got into positions of work where that was the only way it could work for me. Environments where they needed somebody to be hypervigilant, that was my focus. And it was incredibly unsustainable. And, you know, big T stuff. And people would, I wouldn't say take advantage of it, but they certainly would be like, you should be hypervigilant. You should be aware of everything all the time, because if you're not, you're going to make a mistake, or you're not going to be aware of something, and then I have to deal with it or whatever. And I get that. I get that my autism can make me, you know, a bit socially blind and a bit unaware. And so it would be really great if I was hypervigilant, because then, you know, then it would be good, because then I would be able to engage socially in a better way. And that's where it felt like it was hyperfocus, because I felt like it was being playful, like dancing. Dancing is playful. I felt like I was being playful when I was dancing, but I wasn't, because I didn't actually want to dance. It was just all performative. It was a performance I was doing for everybody else, which didn't actually mean anything. So that's how I got it mixed up. Another way of getting mixed up, it was because I was hyper-focusing. It was because I was being hyper-vigilant rather than hyper-focusing, and I was focusing on being hyper-vigilant. But that isn't hypervigilance. Big difference. Okay, let's do another set. Come on. Oh man. Oof. Oh wow. That was all I could do. That was all I could do. 8. Wow. That was mad. Okay. Okay. Oh boy. Okay, we're good, we're good, we're good. All right, we'll finish here for a second. Okay, because we failed out on that last set, we're going to be using failure bars just to really go all the way with it. But I think when it comes to hypervigilance versus hyperfocus, right, I'm dealing with my natural setting. The place where I survived daily was a place of hypervigilance. And now I'm trying to grow into a place of playfulness and a place of engaging with something in complete freedom without expectations. And that's tricky for me. And I want to be like, I think I want to fall back into hypervigilance rather than continue being in hyperfocus. So we gotta articulate what hyperfocus is better to recognize it and to maintain it. Let's do a set. Try not to lock my arms out so I keep the muscle under tension. Oh man. Oh, I'm glad we had that. Oh wow. Safety first. Oh boy. Okay. Huh. Yeah, so when it comes to hyperfocus, like what does it mean to me? It's playfulness, it's excitement, it's a place of safety because you can fail, you can have errors, you can make mistakes, you can talk openly about the thing. You can engage with the subject matter that you are hyper-focused about as much as possible. Like, okay, take for example, fitness, like and bodybuilding and weightlifting, and these areas that I have been working on for several years. This is a hyper-focus for me. I focus on weightlifting, and then when people ask me about it, I'm able to do, you know, an info dump on it and just be like, yep, you can do this, you can do this, you can do this. Like right now, I'm working shoulders and I'm trying not to lock my arms out as much as I usually do because I'm trying to keep this shoulder in full activation, because when I lock out my shoulders, my scapula, which is my middle back, will be activated, which means it's taking pressure away from the shoulder. So I'm not putting it under continuous strain, which means it's not being broken down and not pushing it as far as it could be, which means I am not giving it the opportunity to grow more. So by limiting myself, by hyperextending my movement, I'm kind of avoiding the strain of the muscle being used, which means it can't grow. So I have to keep that muscle under pressure and not strain it, but certainly break it. I need to break my muscle. I need to burn my muscle. I need to cook my muscle so that then it can grow further. That's me being hyper-focused. That's me being hyper-focused, talking about these things. and I can talk about them openly and honestly. But while I'm talking about them, a part of me is like, okay, don't talk too much. Don't go into it too much. Don't feel playful. You should be hypervigilant right now. You should be hypervigilant right now because you could be being rude by talking about this thing too much. So my body wants me to go into hypervigilance because then I feel safe and then I feel better engaged with what's happening around me rather than just talking about what I want to talk about and concentrating on that, focusing on that. So my focus is the rest of the world. So it's hard. It's hard. All right, we'll reset the bar. Let's reset the bar. Okay, we're going to do another set to failure. Last set, I think, was 10 reps. So this set, hopefully we'll do 8 and we'll really feel the muscle and push it all the way. But then we'll move on to some isolation work. But I think the problem for me, hypervigilance versus hyperfocus, is my body wants me to stay hypervigilant. I want to do hyperfocus. My body wants me to stay in hypervigilance. I try to keep him hyperfocus. The world then tells me you should be hypervigilant right now. And then I'm like, ugh, I guess it's impossible. Guess I have to keep hypervigilant instead of keeping in a playful environment and being like, no, I'm going to keep being playful. Instead, I listen to the outside voice that says I need to be this thing more. So that's when I get it confused and get it mixed up. And I'm like, I guess hypervigilance is hyperfocus. I just need to be hypervigilantly focused, whatever. It's so hard, man. It's crazy. Don't overextend my arms. Oh man. Oh, that was crazy. Okay. Let's move into isolation work. Let's move into isolation work. Okay, so we're going to be doing a wee little dumbbell arm press with 18 kilograms for each arm. Yeah, we're just going to isolate ourselves and just figure this out just a little bit more because I'm confused about this. I am confused about hypervigilance and hyperfocus. And I think it's because of the reaction I have had from people when I have been hyperfocusing and I've been playful and I've been like, wee! And the response to that has been, what are you doing? Like, you need to be hypervigilant around you right now. We don't want you to be playful right now. Stop being playful. So that is like an external pressure on me to be hypervigilant. And that's why I've gotten so used to it, because it's the only way to protect myself and feel like I am protecting myself from not only what's happening around me, but also from myself. Because it's made me go, I shouldn't be playful. I'm in the way when I am being playful, when I'm enjoying myself. I need to be hypervigilant of myself in this situation. Can I do this? Yes, I can. I'm going to lower you just a little bit. There it is. Great. Okay. Oh man. So that was 12 good reps and maybe 3 not so great reps, but let's call them Sam Sulek reps. We're definitely going to change the angle here because I'm blue double D double die over here. Like, this is mad because of a big blue neon light over here. So we'll change it up a little bit. But that was a good set. That was good. Oh yeah, this is like so much better. So much better than blue light. Okay, cool. So yeah, I think the reason why I am like, don't be hyper focused, be hyper vigilant, and like running and gunning and dancing between the raindrops and just going like, I can do this, I can do this, I can do this. I get the adrenaline high from surviving, and then I think that's being hyper focused, because I think that's my version of playfulness, is I can be playful when I'm surviving because I feel free to be able to be playful because I have like made sure everything is okay around me, and I've managed everything around me so that then I feel protected by people being like, oh, Tom has value, Tom has worth to us, he can be playful now. I'm like, yay, I can be playful. But that isn't hyper focus, that isn't playfulness, that isn't, to me, that isn't real playfulness. That is just being given permission, or giving yourself permission in the weirdest way possible to feel safe, to then be like, I'm going to be a bit playful right now, rather than I feel safe, I feel secure, I can concentrate on this thing, I can focus on it, and I can be as playful as I want to be, rather than having to think about everything around me constantly. And I think that's the difference. Whoa. Okay. That was 10 reps. And I wasn't overextending my arms. And I was keeping it at that, like, fully deep down stretch of the muscle. And then the full activation without going to my scapula. So that was really, really good. Sometimes I am sad by how much hypervigilance I have had to feel like I'm safe. And how that was a requirement. And that made me think it was okay. And I thought it was okay to be like that. And I thought it was the way I could live. I could live via handling everything and getting permission to exist by having worth through being hypervigilant and being stressed and being scared, but not even acknowledging that fear, just going, I'm stressed, I'm scared. But that doesn't matter because I need to handle this, I need to do this, I need to do this. And when I do those things, then I have a purpose in life. And if I don't get those things, then I'm like, what is my purpose here? I'm scared. I'm scared right now. And I want to be playful, and I want to hyper focus, and I want to just think about what I want to think about in that moment without thinking about everything else around me to give me permission to think about that thing. So hypervigilance versus hyperfocus. Hypervigilance, it's a great way to survive, but it's a terrible way to live. Hyperfocus is lovely when it happens, but it's hard to stay in when you're so used to being hypervigilant. But I just want to be playful, man. I just want to be joyful. I just want to have joyful moments. And now I'm scared of going into stuff and doing stuff because I'm like, maybe this will result in me being hypervigilant again, and I shouldn't be hypervigilant, so I'm going to avoid it, because then I don't risk going back into that space, so I can stay better at being hyperfocused. But I think I need to give space for myself to be hypervigilant. I need to give myself moments of hypervigilance to be like, this is my methadone. This is how I get off of it. There are moments in time when I have hypervigilance and I have stress and I feel like I'm surviving, and that's okay. And then there's hyperfocus, where I get to be fun and playful and feel safe, engaged with the subject matter that I'm talking about. And that could be anything. That could be the YouTube channel. That could be learning a new skill. That could be it could be my work. It could be my job, where I have to learn new things. Voiceover. Okay, let's do another set. Oh, that was the shortest voiceover ever. They've been voiceover mad today. It's crazy. All right, let's do single arm. Let's do single arm. Oh, that was complete failure. Wow. Okay, here we go. Next arm. There was 7 on that arm. Oh man. Wow. Okay. I've really worked this muscle today. This has been crazy. Okay, so what was I talking about? Yeah, I need to have moments of hypervigilance that I'm like, it's safe to be hypervigilant right now. I'm not creating a bad habit where I'm hypervigilant all the time. I need to have moments of hyperfocus, and I need to build those moments more and more in my life. So it becomes the predominant thing of I'm hyperfocused, which means I'm having fun, I'm engaging with myself, I'm engaging with the subject matter I want to go into. It's playful, it can be joyful, but from a place of safety, from a place of you don't need to prove anything right now. You don't need to feel like you have worth by doing this thing. You can just do it for yourself. And then the hypervigilance, I can do it, but it can't be from a place of I need to prove like I can exist. I need proof that I can exist right now and I have worth. Therefore, I'm doing hypervigilance. I need to do it from a place of I'm hypervigilant right now, but that's because I need to prioritize other people and what they need over what I need, so that I feel like they're okay and there is no like transactional relationship situation going on where I'm going, I've done this thing for you where I've made you feel safe, now you make me feel safe. Instead, I'm like, I'm doing this for you because I'm a human who cares about this and I want to make sure everybody's safe. That's my place of hypervigilance. That's my place. Okay, we're going to do one more set of each, and then we're going to wrap it up. Eight. That was 8. Oh man. Great job. Okay. So what we've talked about today, hypervigilance versus hyperfocus. They can both have their space. They can both be their own thing. But hypervigilance needs to be done so it's not based around singing for your dinner, transactional relationships. It can just be you being like, I need to concentrate on so many factors right now because I need to make sure things are working on time and that things are being done so that everybody is getting what they need in a timely manner, whatever. And there's a lot of stuff that happens at my work that involves that. Like, I'm a stage manager in a theater. That is being a stage manager, right? Okay, cool. Also, hyperfocus, being playful, thinking about only one thing, not having to concentrate on everything in the world and just going, this is my focus. This is what I'm doing today. This is what I'm about. And if people are like, but Tom, you need to go over here and you need to do this. Tom, you need to go over here and do this. Tom, you're hyper-focusing right now. You shouldn't be doing that. Like, I need to hyper-focus on this thing. Hyper-focusing isn't bad. It's playful. It's engaging. It's where I want to be right now. If that is a problem, then I feel like we're not being able to work together. Yeah, man. I hate it when people try to gatekeep me into being hypervigilant rather than hyperfocused. Clearly, I don't like it. So, hypervigilance versus hyperfocus. Hypervigilance, it's somewhere I have been taught to be, and the expectation is to be there so that I have better awareness, a better understanding of everything that's happening around me, and that I could be playful. So I fall into that camp quite easily, and I get focused in that camp, and then I think after a while, if I've done it enough, then I can be playful, and then I can hyperfocus. But really, it's just another version of hypervigilance. But hyperfocus is just me carefree, doing what I want to do, doing what I need to do when I need to do it, and just being like, this is where I am. This is this. And if the response to that is you need to be hypervigilant right now, that's just no bueno. That's just no bueno for me, because I get to choose when I'm being hypervigilant. I get to choose when I'm like, this is a place for this, because I know I can do it safely. I know I can do it sustainably. If I find myself from being hyperfocused, being pushed into hypervigilance, it's not going to be safe. Yeah. So I need to keep better personal boundaries to make sure those two things don't get in conflict. Okay, I'm going to do some further isolation work, but that is everything from me. Thank you very much for your time. I will see you when I see you. Bye.